It's strange, I remember thinking, how cruelty sounds when it comes from someone you share blood with. He didn't even flinch when he said it. I was lying on the couch, pale, weak from the chemo, the taste of metal still in my mouth. He stood over me, arms crossed, eyes full of that cold amusement he saved for things he considered beneath him. "Maybe dying will make you interesting," he said, and then he laughed. That laugh didn't fade. It stayed in my head for months, like a splinter I couldn't dig out. Before that day, I still thought he loved me. Not the warm, protective love people write about in greeting cards, but some form of it. He had always been distant, a man of rules, appearances, and bank balances. When I was younger, I thought he was hard on me because he wanted the best. When I was older, I learned he wanted control. He controlled the house, the money, the narrative. And when I got sick, I became expensive, a liability. It started small. He stopped taking me to my appointments, claiming he was too busy. Then the insurance he forgot to renew. Finally, the day I overheard him on the phone, telling my stepmother that I was a financial sinkhole and not worth the investment. That was the day something in me snapped. I stopped hoping for his love, and I started planning. It took time. I had to be patient, pretend weakness. On the surface, I was the obedient, fragile daughter, thankful for his help, apologetic for the burden I'd become. Underneath, I was memorizing every number, every account, every PIN code he carelessly punched in front of me. I knew where he kept the emergency fund. I knew about the credit cards under his name. I knew about the late mortgage payment he thought nobody noticed. By the time my health started improving, my mind had sharpened to a blade. Revenge wasn't going to be loud. It was going to be quiet, methodical, permanent. Step 1, the credit cards. He liked to live big, expensive dinners, golf club memberships, designer suits. One by one, I called the banks, fraud alerts, account freezes, security holds. I didn't need to steal his money. I just needed to cut off his oxygen. Step 2, the utilities. The house was in my mother's name once. Before she died, she'd put my name as a secondary contact. One phone call, a fabricated moving out story, and the power company shut off the supply. The same with water, the same with gas. I knew his pride wouldn't let him call me for help. He'd rather sit in the dark. Step 3, the foreclosure. It was easier than I thought. I mailed an anonymous tip to the bank detailing the overdue payments and the suspicious cash withdrawals. He had been skating on thin ice with his mortgage for years. I just gave the ice a little tap. It took less than 3 months for everything to collapse. First, the lights went out. Then the credit card stopped working in the middle of a restaurant. He left humiliated, walking out past people who used to greet him like royalty. Finally, the foreclosure notice landed on his doorstep like a gravestone. I didn't watch it all in person. I didn't need to. Word traveled fast through the small-town grapevine. "He's lost everything," they whispered. "Had to move into some run-down apartment. No one knows how it happened." But the confrontation came by accident. I was coming out of the pharmacy when I saw him. His suit was wrinkled, his face thinner, his eyes darker. For a moment, I almost didn't recognize him. He stopped, looked at me like I was a ghost. "You?" he said, voice low. "Did you?" I smiled. Just enough for him to see the truth. "I thought maybe losing everything would make you interesting," I said, echoing his words back with the same calm cruelty. His face drained of color. For once, he had no clever retort. I walked away before he could speak again. The sun was warm, my legs were steady. For the first time in years, I felt alive. Not because I'd beaten the illness, but because I'd taken back my power. People talk about forgiveness like it's some higher calling. I don't believe in it. I believe in balance. And now, the scales are even.